So Patrick and Guillaume from Selinko?
Sort of.
Sort of, maybe, if we're lucky.
Not yet.
Okay, this is a warning for the folks in the back. We're getting started in just a second, so finish that sentence.
We're almost there, folks. So it was a long journey. It's like going to the moon. It's a long journey, but when you get there.
And after the vote, we're done. So
Yeah, well,
you can talk all you want.
We're not done. The music will come on. The
Right,
networking
hang out.
picks
No,
up.
hang out. The bartender will come back, hang out, have a good time, and then we go dancing.
It's been proven by data that the beer gets colder.
The Belgians don't like cold beer.
Finished. Like hard data, like real. Yeah.
Any beer, it doesn't matter. It could be hot.
Ones and zeros. We're talking about bits and bytes here, my friends. Oh, we love you guys. We love technology. We love the people who build the technology, because without the people, we wouldn't have technology. So therefore, it comes back down to community.
So there it is. It's up.
Boom.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so folks in the back, this is your cue to pay attention.
No, don't pay attention. We're going to start drinking on this side now.
Uh-huh. So gentlemen, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so my name is Patrick. I work for a company called Selinko, which was launched 8 to 10 months ago. What we do is object identification. So the concept is to place on objects like this bottle of wine a digital certificate behind the label, and you can access the label or the content of that digital certificate with an NFC phone. So I'm going to try to make a demo. Let's see if it works. So, Guillaume. Can you see? Shout if you can't see. Huh? Okay, so I'm launching the application. So you see our logo. So I just scan the bottle. So I'm checking on our server over there in Belgium, and then I get the identity, the content of the identity certificate. So our market is mainly luxury goods, where we basically protect them against anti-counterfeiting. What you're doing here is basically at the same security level as a bank transaction. And so we have, for example, today in our customers, the most expensive winery in the world. So now that this anti-counterfeiting is one thing you can do once you've identified objects, you can actually do far more. I'm going to show you that if you actually sign in the system, so I'll just sign in, you can access to a whole range of other services. So I'll show you that in just a moment. Okay. And then I'm getting my bag this time, where we inserted a chip in there. And so I'm scanning the bag this time. Oops. Okay. And so again, I'm checking on our servers, and then you access additional information, such as, for example, the ownership. So I've registered this as being mine. We also have an anti-theft system, which means like your bag gets lost, you can declare it on our website. And so if someone scans the bag, it will actually be showing as stolen, and you would be informed of where it has been stolen. Store locator, which is kind of a direct marketing typical solution. You can add brand experience things, so you could push advertisement videos, whatever you would want. And then a nice little tool which we call One Scan Buy, where you actually can purchase additional stuff, like if you want the wallet that goes with it, and any additional things. So the concept here is really to give, in the Internet of Things, as you know, it's kind of a booming place today, but I believe that one of the main concerns is actually, objects, they don't talk. We saw a presentation about identity and identifying people. These objects, you need to identify them. And you need to be bloody sure that this bottle of wine is this bottle of wine and not another one. And so that's where we started the company from. We say you need to put a digital certificate behind that and make sure once you have that identity, okay, brands are very happy because you're fighting against counterfeiting, but you can start adding things. So the other point is as well, because it's a digital certificate, because what you're doing is pretty much what you do in a bank payment, you can push it towards an online sales model where you scan the bottle and put it on eBay, and the guy who's buying it is actually pretty sure that what he's buying is a genuine bottle and not something which was copied in China. So that's it. Thank you. And sorry for the complicated
It worked.
construction. It worked? Oh.
So, for clarity's sake, so you have a chip in your bag,
I have a chip in my bag.
but your technology is the back end of all of that. You're not in bag chip manufacturing,
Nope.
are you?
No. We have a secure platform. What we sell is the service to insert the chips in the bags or in the wines or whatever. And on top of that, the additional services that you saw, marketing services.
So you actually fulfill, so if you had a bag company come to you and say, we want chips, you're doing that?
Yep. And we do it already.
And you do it already. And
Yeah.
do you have a big facility? You have people injecting chips into the things of the world?
No. We insert we insert the chips in their manufacturing processes. So we work with them, defining what they want, how they insert it, if it's manual, if it's industrialized. In the wine industry, it's pretty easy to industrialize. In the bags market, it's a bit more complicated. I can't see a thing. Ah.
So is this an NFC chip you're scanning? It's not. I wasn't clear quite what you were scanning there.
I'm sorry?
Is it an NFC chip, or are you scanning an image, or what?
It's an NFC chip, yeah. So it's passive RFID technology, so you put it on a bottle of wine, and it will still be charged in 50 years because it's the phone magnetic field which is charging the chip.
What is the revenue model of your company?
We take a revenue based on every item we put a chip on. We take a margin on the chip because we say we provide a service, basic service, which is identifying the object and protection against counterfeiting. So this is our first revenue stream. Second revenue stream is based on the services on top that we sell.
Hey, this might seem like a weird question, but how do you prove to the rest of the world that you're not counterfeiting? I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's about a trust environment, right?
Absolutely.
And you're a startup company, just
Yes.
like many other people were startup companies when they were counterfeiting.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you have to prove,
I
and then
agree.
you have to become the standard.
Yes.
So what do you do to become the standard? Because it's not that easy.
I burn a lot of cash.
That doesn't.
No, the complete answer is, first we go to what we believe are leaders, people who have a huge opinion makers, who have a big visibility, which is what we did in the wine market. We said we want this winery and no other ones. With this customer, we go to the 10 next ones and we say we have him, and then we go to the 20 next ones. So we kind of construct a model where we basically provide a service to the brands, which is, it's pretty easy because we put in the cases of wines a little paper saying how it works. Okay. But then at some point, your question is very good, we'll have to move to a consumer model where we are the standard. And so it is our objective to put a chip in every object produced. That's the objective. Now, we have to be smart. We're small. We start with one or two sectors, 3 now. And we start by providing one service, which is anti-counterfeiting.
Oh, I think it was a good answer. Yeah,
I don't have any other one.
No, it was good.
Isn't it going to get easier to make NFC chips that are clones of yours over time?
Well, no, because the chips we use come from the banking world. So we went to talk to a chip provider of bank cards. And so their technology is basically what we imported and deviated into our system. So you have on each chip a little OS which is doing the encryption, which is a hardware encryption. So from that point on, we start working with digital certificates, PKI. So we are at the same level as a bank card. So yeah, you can crack us, but you can crack bank cards. Yes. Does it contribute to the Internet of Things, and how does it contribute to your overall growth? Well, yeah, I think we contribute because, as I said, I really think what has been forgotten today in the Internet of Things is the identification of things, and we believe it starts from there. So this is our contribution. It's first we identify things, and then we start doing things with these things.
Are you going to manufacture your chips in China?
No, they're made in France. I'm sorry. Yeah. Today they make chips for the banking world, so they make millions of chips. So when we go and talk to them about small customers, they look at us and they're like, what's your business here?
So sorry. Right here.
Sorry.
I'm not going to challenge the technology. I think you're doing great work here. I'm just going to open a little bit of the perspective here about China. I just flew from China this morning, so I'm a little bit jet lagged, a little bit slow, but I spent 10 years there, and I've seen the change of China, which is we're going to manufacture fake goods and sell it to anyone, to now we're going to be actually selling fake goods to the foreign tourists. And all Chinese people are going to the fancy stores, downtown Shanghai, buying things and looking for the real things. So it's incredible what you have for a market where we would believe that all Chinese people were actually trying to cheat us with fakes, whereas they're all looking for the real deal. They're worried about milk powder contamination. They're worried about up to 70% of the alcohol is fake in clubs in Shanghai. So if you can actually, enter the China market with Silicon Valley funding, you've got a brilliant concept. So, I don't know if you ever
we're
thought
looking
about
at
that,
China,
but-
of course, as being, but also the Chinese are the first victims of counterfeiting today.
Exactly,
They're the first ones
exactly.
buying counterfeited stuff. So.
And just one question is, if a product, because I was directly thinking about the implication, even the LV store in the airport of Shanghai was selling fakes.
Yep.
So they had to close it and all the complexity.
You can close it dynamically.
Yeah, but what happens if I hear about your product, you've launched it, but a product is not available with the tag, or and I believe that therefore it's a fake. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
where our model right now is more into luxury brands, where it's more manageable, because it needs to be, how we do it is in the brands where we go in, we start with one product line, so people know that in that product line it's there, and then you go to the next product line. So that's the way to do it. You can't go back. Maybe in the wine you can in some cases.
We're almost there, but it's prevention of selling a fake.
I'm sorry?
It's prevention.
Prevention?
It's catching it before it sells, because once it's sold, it's done. You'll never get that back. If someone sells a counterfeit bag for $100 and it's worth $1,000, you'll never get that back. So you're trying to prevent. I don't know. Never mind. Sorry. Love you guys. Technology.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That's good. Thank you so much. Where's your bottle opener?